Picture this. You're trying to secure a mortgage for your dream home, but your application is rejected. The culprit? A less than stellar credit score. Just imagine it for a moment. You've found the perfect home, one that fits your lifestyle and future plans. You feel the thrill building up as you fill out the mortgage application, only to have it come crashing down when you receive that dreaded rejection letter. Your credit score, that mysterious 3-digit number, has failed you once again. And it's not just about mortgages. A low credit score can obstruct your financial opportunities in countless ways. It can affect ability to get a credit card, secure a car loan, or even influence the interest rates you're offered. But here's the good news. A low credit score isn't a life sentence. It's a challenge to be confronted, a barrier to be surmounted. And it can open up a universe of financial possibilities, from better interest rates to more favorable credit card offers. So, how do you go from being rejected to being accepted? Do you improve your credit score? Firstly, understanding what a credit score is and how it's calculated is crucial. It's essentially a numerical representation of your creditworthiness, or in simpler terms, how likely you are to pay back any borrowed money. Now, why does it matter? Well, a higher credit score can lead to better interest rates and more attractive credit card offers, making borrowing more affordable. But what influences this magic number? There are a few key factors. The most significant is your payment history. Paying your bills on time shows lenders that you're responsible and reliable, which can positively impact your score. On the other hand, late or missed payments can cause your score to drop. Another crucial factor is your credit utilization, or the amount of credit you're using compared to what's available to you. Generally, a lower utilization ratio is better for your score. There are other factors too, such as the length of your credit history and the number of new credit applications, but we'll delve deeper into those later. Now that we have a basic understanding of credit scores, let's jump into the ways to boost it. Step 1 is making consistent and timely payments. Imagine your credit score as a trust meter, a gauge that lenders use to measure how reliable you are with credit. The more you prove your reliability through consistent and timely payments, the higher your trust meter or credit score climbs. In the world of credit, your payment history is paramount. It's the most significant factor in credit score calculations, carrying a weighty influence. A single missed or late payment can send your score tumbling, but fear not. Each on-time payment is a positive mark on your credit history, pushing your score upwards. Now you may wonder, how can I ensure my payments are always timely? Life can be busy, and sometimes bills can slip through the cracks. Well, that's where autopay comes in. By setting up autopay for your bills, you create a safety net for your credit score. Autopay ensures that your payments are made consistently and on time, every time, without you needing to remember due dates or worry about late fees. But remember, autopay is not a set-it-and-forget-it tool. You'll still need to monitor your accounts to ensure there are sufficient funds to cover your bills. This way, you avoid overdraft fees and keep your credit history spotless. Think of consistent and timely payments as the foundation of your credit score. It's the first step in the journey to a better credit score and more affordable borrowing opportunities. Remember, every on-time payment is a step in the right direction for your credit score. Step 2 is to lower your credit utilization. So what exactly is credit utilization? Imagine it as a ratio, a comparison between the amount of credit available to you and how much of it you're actually using. In simpler terms, it's the percentage of your credit limit that you're currently using on your credit cards. If it sounds a bit abstract, let's consider an example. Say you have a credit card with a limit of $5,000 and you've spent $2,000. Your credit utilization in this case would be 40%. Why does this matter? Well, the lower this percentage, the better it is for your credit score. A high credit utilization rate can make you appear as a higher risk to lenders, as it might suggest you're relying heavily on borrowed money. On the contrary, a lower credit utilization reflects positively on your credit score and shows lenders that you're managing your credit responsibly. So how do you lower your credit utilization? It's straightforward. Pay down your credit card balances. This not only reduces your debt, but also improves your credit utilization ratio. If paying down the balances isn't an immediate option, another strategy is to increase your credit limit. However, be cautious. An increased limit doesn't mean you should increase your spending. Remember, it's not about how much credit you have, but how you manage it. It's about showing potential lenders that you're capable of handling your credit wisely. That you're not just a borrower, but a responsible borrower. So in the end, it's not just about having credit, it's about how wisely you use it. Step 3 involves regularly checking your credit report. Now you might wonder why this is important. Well, your credit report is essentially your financial report card. It's a reflection of your financial trustworthiness, and it's what lenders look at to decide whether or not to grant you credit. Errors in your credit report can lead to unjustified low scores. This could mean higher interest rates, or worse, being denied credit altogether. Inaccuracies can creep in due to various reasons. It could be a transaction you don't recognize, or perhaps a debt that you've already paid off, but is still showing up. Disputing such errors is your right, and it can help improve your score. Regularly accessing your credit report allows you to catch these errors early on. It's like a regular health checkup, but for your credit, and guess what? It's free. You are entitled to a free credit report from each of the 3 major credit bureaus every year. So mark your calendars and make it a habit to review your credit report. Just remember, a clean credit report is a healthy credit report. Step 4 is to limit new credit applications. Now, this may sound counterintuitive. After all, wouldn't having more credit cards show you're trustworthy? Not quite. Here's the thing. Each time you apply for a new credit card or loan, a hard inquiry is made on your credit report. This can cause a temporary dip in your credit score. It's a bit like a seesaw. The more credit applications you make, the more your credit score can potentially drop. These hard inquiries stay on your credit report for 2 years, although the impact on your score reduces over time. You see, lenders may interpret frequent applications as a sign of financial distress, which could make you seem like a higher risk borrower. So it's advisable to only apply for new credit when you really need it. Remember, your credit score is not a race, but rather a marathon. It's about long-term financial health, not instant gratification. Patience is key when it comes to building a good credit score. Finally, remember that boosting your credit score is a marathon, not a sprint. It's about the steady, determined journey towards financial health. Let's recap the steps we've discussed. First, prioritize consistent and timely payments. Your payment history is a key factor in your credit score, so never underestimate the power of punctuality. Second, lower your credit utilization. Keep those credit card balances in check and your credit score will thank you. Third, make checking your credit report a regular habit. Keeping an eye out for errors and disputing them promptly can prevent unnecessary dips in your score. Fourth, limit your new credit applications. While tempting, each new application can cause a temporary dip in your score. Remember, these steps aren't overnight miracles, but with time and consistency, they can lead you to the upper echelons of the credit score range. Now that you know the steps, we'd love to hear about your experiences. Have these steps worked for you? Share your stories in the comments.